even when a buyer or a seller or whoever comes to us and says, hey, this is what I want, there's things going on in their current life and there's things going on that they don't tell us and we don't know until we spend quality time, right?
Thanks for joining us here today. For those of you listening in, this is Jessica Gamache. You have been a realtor for over a decade.
Yes.
And we are so excited that you're here at Thrive now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very excited to be here.
Yes. So let's start out. What brought you to real estate 10 plus years ago?
Ooh, not at all my plan.
It rarely is, right?
100% not at all my plan. So a gentleman that I was good friends with, he was looking for an assistant. I actually was doing crime scene investigation in Wayne County.
Wow.
Completely different than real estate, just a scotch.
Yes.
But I had a ton of experience in office management and things of that nature. He was looking for an assistant. Actually hired me over text.
Okay.
He was a great real estate agent. I learned a ton from him. So I started in real estate actually as an admin, learning the back half, learning the contracts, learning the lender side, the title side, the insurance, how all of this worked together. And very quickly around the office, it was a conversation of, hey, I kind of want you to go into the sales aspect, which was a huge mindset and a huge paradigm shift for me because I just had never been or thought of myself in a career that was in sales. Right. Yes. So about I'd say 2 years in the administrative role and then sales ever since.
So let's back up just a second.
Yeah.
So crime scene investigation in Wayne County.
Yes.
Tell us all about that. What's that?
I loved it. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology from now Rochester University, and then did a post-baccalaureate at Wayne State for crime scene investigation. Just learning. I love all things people-y, and this gave me a very different aspect of it. Just learning like what happens to us in the midst of tragedy and how you can get to a point where friends and family and loved ones or otherwise just kind of fitting together pieces of a puzzle.
Yes.
It was absolutely disgusting. It was absolutely amazing, but also disgusting at some points. But just very interesting to not only have my experience in this situation that a lot of people don't get to experience in the first place, but then watching everybody else around, like EMS, police officers, detectives, like listening to that dialogue and understanding how they communicate. I just found the whole world very, very interesting.
I bet.
It was fascinating.
That is fascinating.
Yeah,
so how long were you in that world doing crime scene things?
Only a few years. With everything that happened in 2008, it was a very short-lived career, so to speak. They were laying off a lot of city personnel. They were actually laying off a lot of the doctors in that were doing the autopsies within the mortuary science. Yeah, so a lot of layoffs, a lot of cuts in Wayne County, and so getting the text to
perfect
start,
timing.
Right, in real estate, and it was one of those things like, I don't yet own a house on my own, so I don't exactly know that this is a good idea for you putting me in this position, but
I would say it's so common though. Now that you've been here for a while, it's so common that people come in, they've never owned a home, and they jump right into the sales aspect.
Yes.
I love so much when I find people just like you that start on the administrative side because the foundation is laid.
100%.
You totally get it. You get the whole scope of it. You understand the parties that play a part in it. There's no education around that, and you're so much better off for the client.
I agree with you. I do think that was key, and I don't think I would have ever been interested to just start right off in sales. I would have felt not only inexperienced, but that I lacked the confidence to then put myself in front of a buyer or a seller or a renter and say, well, this is what we do next, and here's how I can guide you, because I wouldn't have had that foundation to guide them in the first place.
Right, you
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. No.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
and my dad used to say, you don't know what you don't know. So it was really no fault of yours. You get the license, you think you're fine to do this, but then there's so much gray.
Yes.
Now what?
Right, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we fast forward, you're now in sales.
Yeah.
A place you never thought you'd be. Where would you say you found the most joy in this career? Because this has now been a long career. This
Yeah.
is over a decade you've
Yep.
been doing this. A place
Yep.
you never thought you'd be doing this
I
in.
know.
Amazing.
Yeah, and a few years in, it was one of those things, again, another mind shift that I didn't go to school for this. I didn't see this coming, and now it was, this is absolutely where I want to be. This is my lifelong career. This is what I want to do. And truthfully, I think having a bachelor's in psychology and then seeing another aspect of life with the crime scene investigation, I love educating and I love helping people. So feeling that I can give them an opportunity to just even have a different dialogue. Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily disseminating fear, but a little bit of that. Like, okay, we come from different backgrounds. My perspective is going to be quite a bit different than yours. And yes, I do this all day long, but to allow the opportunity for those conversations to assist them in that process. I love working with people to assist them and to educate and to help along the way.
Yes.
Make it a little more seamless, a little less stressful and
Yes.
emotional. Yeah.
That's the goal,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yes,
and
absolutely,
I think it's
absolutely.
so funny. You think about your moment where you said sales question mark. What do you mean?
Right,
When
right.
yes, of course, we're salespeople. However, in real estate, we're not actually selling the house.
Agreed.
We're selling ourselves and the
Yes.
ability to guide them through the process at the
Yes.
highest level. That's
Yes.
the sale.
Absolutely.
And I feel like most people that come into real estate, they just don't understand that that's
Yep.
the actual sale. You're
Yep.
not selling the toilet or the 4 bedrooms.
Yep. Nope.
You're selling yourself and helping them understand what they need
Right.
versus want, and then hopefully getting them everything they want as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so after being in the business this long, learning the tricks of the trade, what would you say that you specialize in? What is your focus point when you look over the hundreds of transactions you've done?
I would say that I love working with buyers, which I think can be a little bit of a finesse. It can certainly be a little bit of a finesse post-COVID,
Yes.
but at any point in time, and not necessarily one price point or one life change. Actually, I think the more challenges and changes that the client has, I have the ability to help them streamline those things. I take the opportunity to have those conversations. And even if it's just, hey, Jessica, we've got this whole mess of things going on. Where do we start? What do we do? What does that timeline look like? And that just absolutely feeds my soul because I'm like, yes, we're going to dive through all of this stuff together. And it may take a hot minute, but I do love working with buyers because I do get that physicality. I get to meet them. I get to know them. I get to learn about their family. And even when a buyer or a seller or whoever comes to us and says, hey, this is what I want, there's things going on in their current life and there's things going on that they don't tell us and we don't know until we spend quality time with them. And those things start to come out. So I truly love working with buyers.
I love hearing
On the
that.
buy side.
I feel like it's a bit rare. It's a bit rare to hear a realtor after 10 years say, I love working with buyers.
And it's interesting for you to say that because I think my journey and in this career in real estate has been with one specific company, one specific team. So kind of walked around in my little bubble to think like, this is totally normal. And it's in the last few years that it's, nope,
It's
I
rare.
do hear
It's
more and more
unique.
what a rarity it is, but no, I love it. I love it.
Well, and I think with your background, right, and your degree, it makes complete sense that you are catering more to, I want to get to know this person deeply and really make sure that we're delivering on what they need and want. Whereas with sellers, of course, we want to do that too.
Of course.
However, it's a systematic approach. Right? We don't make the market, we dictate it, we work with the marketplace and all of the things you've done to your home, and that's what we get at the
right.
end of the day.
Right, 100%.
And some of us are better marketers than others, but
right.
that's pretty much it. It's less about how you feel and what you need and what you want, projecting out, your next 5 to 10 years of life. It's a big bag to hold.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So with this shift, you just talked about, for most of your career, you're with one company, which is awesome. And now you've made a big shift to join Thrive Realty Co.
So
and
excited.
I'd love for you to share, one, for you as a realtor, what is it that drew you to Thrive? How do you feel about, projecting your next 5 years in the career of being a Thrive Realtor?
Yes. So, a lot of the things that you and Justin and your entire company have been doing here at Thrive, been watching, and it's phenomenal. Everything that you have done, and in a short amount of time and a long amount of time, because I know this wasn't overnight,
right.
but everyone sees the overnight success part of it. I love that you are focusing on the individual and not just the client. There is a lot of individual agent care. And as much as I like the people-y aspect, which I do, sometimes I can allow boundaries to be crossed in my own life, and it doesn't allow for a lot of time and opportunity for me to take care of myself and my family, and just thinking a little bit bigger. It did become a little bit more transactional, and I did feel like I hit a ceiling where I was. There's a lot of opportunity for growth, and also you do have a much larger company than what I came from. So again, bringing in a lot of those perspectives from other agents who have walked in different shoes of different sets of life and experiences that then I can also take to my clients. Just a little bigger vision, bigger cast. I'm super excited about it.
We're so excited you're here, and what I love most about what you just said is, at this point in your career, right, you've grown your career to a phenomenal level.
Thank you.
I mean, you're a mega realtor.
Thank you.
And you being able to slow down enough, which is a skill. To slow down to speed up is not what a lot of people do. So to slow down enough and say, hang on, what's going to be my next step in my career? What's going to serve me so that I can serve my clients better and live my big life?
You got it.
I commend you.
Thank
really,
you.
really brave, really great skills around making those choices.
Thank
awesome.
you.
Okay, so what can your clients expect from you now? I'm sure all of them are wondering. You run a very sphere-based, referral-based business. So if I'm in your world, you're my realtor of choice. I'm like, what does this mean?
Yes, all of those things. And I do have great relationships and great cheerleaders in my corner. And it's wonderful and it's amazing. And yes, they keep asking like, okay, can we see the office? What are you guys doing? Here's what we're doing. So telling them about just the families that Thrive is supporting, the outreach projects, just how you do give back to the agents here, and just the massive amount of support and education that is constant. And again, for the people that know me, they know that I like to be organized. I like to be educated, to consistently learn personally, professionally, and to give that back to them. So it's just this, it feels like a big bear hug right now.
Oh, good. Good. I love that. That's an amazing way to explain it. I love that so much. Because when your clients work with you now, just to like differentiate what you're talking about.
Yes, of course.
The marketplace we're in requires an agent to be a skill-based agent. And obviously,
I agree with you.
You're skill-based, right? You've been in the game long enough. Your skills have elevated and continued to grow, allowing you to grow your business and serve more people. And moving into now a deeply skilled recession, right? Like you need to know how to navigate this. You need to know how to help your clients invest.
100%.
Right? This is where they could build wealth, and maybe they've never thought about that.
Right.
So I'm excited to serve you. I'm excited that you're here and all the value you're going to bring to us. And for you to kind of spearhead and cheerlead that Rochester location.
I know. I'm so excited.
Yes.
So excited.
I am too. I am too. It's a great spot.
Yeah, great
just
community.
Down the street.
It's just down the street.
Yes. Well, thank you, Jess. Thanks for joining me here today and sharing your story. So we're going to run into kind of a feel-good moment where I'm going to fire off questions to you, and whatever comes to mind, you just answer. This is an opportunity for us to learn a little more.
Great.
Okay. How do you take your burger?
Ooh, no, I don't eat red meat.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
So it's probably going to be like salmon or like a black bean burger.
Yes.
I know.
Okay, maybe a turkey burger?
No,
not even going there?
maybe. I used to, yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. Favorite holiday?
Oh, I do love Christmas.
Me too.
All the twinkly
show us your
lights.
earrings.
Oh yeah,
They're
the
beautiful.
little.
I love them. I love
the
them.
little holiday
Yes,
bows.
yes.
Yeah.
I love Christmas too.
I do too.
Okay, when you vacation, cold weather, warm weather?
Warm. Yes, all the vitamin D, all the sun. And being a Michigander, my perfect weather is like a solid 82.
Yes.
Which is pretty not so normal for a Michigander.
It's not. Sounds like Hawaii
warm.
is your calling. Hey, so when it comes to movies, what is right now top of mind?
So normally, which this is probably not very fun to say, I err towards like a psychological thriller, or like something that is like a mystery, or that you have to kind of think through, that'll engage a conversation.
Yes, like Jason Bourne. Are we thinking that series?
I do like action. Yes,
Okay.
I love those.
I mean, there's a little mystery in there. What's happening with Jason?
Absolutely.
We don't know. How about music? Genre, song, what is it?
I love classic rock.
Oh.
Grew up on classic rock and like
Okay.
jazz.
I love
will
it.
listen to just about anything. There might be weeping and gnashing of teeth after the following statement, but I'm not a big country listener.
Well, friend, you're my spirit animal.
Oh,
Me
seriously?
either.
What?
Yeah, now it's out there. We both are not fans. We're not big fans.
Yeah,
we'll listen
not
to it.
Big fans.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's not I don't go for it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
No.
I love it. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you so
This
much.
was so much fun.
Thank you. Thanks, Jessica.